Hello, namaskar. I'm going to do a supplemental part, additional part out of kindness, out of humor, out of amusement. And I will share some incidents in the pharmacy that I would deem real Moriah challenges. Number one, a doctor or a medic is assigned to a health center. But a doctor and a medic has the power to refuse. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And they don't go. So eventually, and in fears, what we say, not so compatible substitute is sent. So we find that certain staff have the right to leave and go to other health centers where they want, or leave the job off, walk off when they like. Sometimes we have on professional advances against young pharmacists, young doctors, and we have the family and relative coming there to pick the shout on at the pharmacy like at West End Hospital. Palms, I found there, I was in the dispensary, I found the lady. Occasionally people coming in front of the hospital gate and coursing down the whole hospital. So we have that if you bypass Indian girl from the country or a staff from the country, they can they can resist. They have people who will support them, people who can talk for them, right? That's one of the things I found. Another issue is that you go to work one morning and a big padlock is on the door. You don't know why, right? But these are all ways and means of breaking people into the system. People have a way of digesting. Any organization has a way of assimilating, digesting, or regurgitating you back out like a hairball or something of the sort, right? So another case, let's say another case we are at the pharmacy working, and suddenly you're asked to go and relieve a situation, and the place is not clean. This is not nice, before you go and work there, they should clean the place. They have a maid. The maid don't want to work. She's equal to the pharmacist. The handyman is equal. The nurses are equal. The community health work is equal. They don't have organizational status. So the maid can refuse to clean the pharmacy too. I was for maybe 1 month, and one time there was 3 months until everybody started coughing in the pharmacy. The doctor in charge, then a fat guy with a red van had to speak out and said, okay, before the pharmacist come, y'all wipe out the place. Eventually I start to wipe myself once there's a mop and pail given to the pharmacy. Sometimes some health centers and some, they would give a mop and pail to the pharmacy. So if you have a spillage, like a cough mixture bottle break, you can wipe out the floor and so. And you can do your own wiping, but when you don't have anything, you depend on the maid. You're at the mercy of human power, of a human entity, So these are all scenarios that play out sometimes. Sometimes they want you to leave your keys with all kinds of people, maybe at the police station, or you leave it with a nurse, but she's not, they suppose, or the doctor, right? But professionally, the key should be either with the pharmacist or the region office. And if your pharmacist doesn't come, the region has to send the keys down. Now, the region is such that he coordinates all the health centers in various ways. They're the communicating voice, the overviewing, communicating voice that speaks out and unite all the health center and the staff body. Another thing is, if you have that you come from a different background, and you may not be the social type, you might be more conservative. There are different personalities. Some who are more external, they do videos, they walk about, they come and they walk about, go into the neighbor's home and they talk and chat. They're gonna eat food at the neighbor. They're more social and au fait with everything in their environment. Some are more the quiet type, the introversive type. So we have two personalities, the extroversive and the introversive. But all different personalities are growing. They are gradually maturing in the pharmacy body. This is what I've come to realize, because I've seen young Cuban doctors come to work in the health center and people laugh. They say, "This is a doctor," and they laugh. They say, "Hee hee, ha ha, ho ho," more jolly than Santa Claus. So I said, "Yes, it's a Cuban." They said, no, they can't be, and they would sometimes even talk rough to the doctor and not very disrespectful, but eventually those very half pints and quarter pint people evolve into professional and experienced sorts of people. They kind of grow, they kind of with experience and life encounters and things, they grow and they mature and they become talkative and social. So there are phases in the people's life when they become different and behave different and do things differently. So we don't always, people who are psychological, people who are intelligent, people who have high IQ, emotional IQ, intelligent IQ, they're not so we should say tormentative, we should say abrupt in the judgmental side or aspect of them. So we have to, staff should understand co-workers. I understand you might have bad elements or unbecoming elements in the profession, but and you might want to give them special attention through disfavor or through we should say through neglect and this sort of stuff, right, that might help them to grow and evolve gradually. But eventually, everybody becomes good and they get better as time goes by. If they're really into this kind of survival tempo where they must survive and keep the job and become more learned and educated, So working in the health center is like a team, It's like, it's not one day you hear a nurse say they don't know, you're not social, not communicative. If you work in a place like Sophia, your communication might be censored, your mobility, your navigational skills might be honed, so different people have different capacities and different we should say ways of uniting and celebrating and romancing the medical profession, So there are many aspects to our discussions and views, and books can be written to entertain the younger students and newer professionals that are emerging, and this could all make good ingredients for the recipe. Let's go about our everyday life, our business, and let's evolve into professional people. What is needed more in the profession that the supervisors and people are asking for seems to be like more knowledge base personalities, more social and flexible and adaptive personalities. We don't need so much non-cohesiveness and disjointed family in the health centers or in the government systems, health sectors. But it's a task that owners for respectable people to help each other, Not saying that there's not a rat race. There's a rat race going on everywhere. One profession wants to outgrow. He want to remain as a community health worker. She want to go on to a nurse, and from a nurse to a doctor. The money will come. Once the ability, the capacity is there, the support will come. So there are different music that you can listen, different episodes that are related each day, each moment as we experience the job, the health bodies, the you know, requirements, demands of the ministry you're rotating in. So that's my attempt to be a good lecturer, give a pharmacy talk, and possibly be a good writer on pharmacy business also. Namaskar. Good day. It's now 10:30, Sunday the 26th of March 2022.